Hi guys, back again. Sorry, part 2 on the Bandai A wing experience. Back sooner than I thought, because obviously this is all cured up lovely. So I thought I'd have a look at getting the red on the hull, which we'll be using D&H Caboose Red Archive X acrylic. Now this is the correct colour, you know. Archive X, you know, all the guys that use it, we're not telling you you're wrong if you go and use something else, but what we are saying is we are pretty much 99.9% this is the accurate hue used on the studio scale A-wing, and also the smaller maquette built for, you know, it was used for animatics or whatever. But anyway, 1975 D&H Caboose Red. What can I say about this? It's tricky. You got to be very careful with it. It's very easy when you shoot this for it to go very, very dark plum. You can put too much on, so just be careful. For the first time ever, I'm having a look at some Bandai paint guides, and yeah, whatever. I don't know. These guys did a wonderful job with these models at the braille scale that they are, but their paint research is yeah, interesting. I don't know how well the camera picks this up, but whatever these guys are saying to mix here, red madder and cocoa brown, and yeah, whatever Bandai, I don't know what the hell you've mixed there, but that's a brown. That's awful. That's nowhere near the hue on the A-wing. So if you were mixing it from this and trying to get something that resembled the red that's used on the A-wing and various other bits and bobs for Return of the Jedi, yeah, what a headache. So yeah, whatever Bandai. Okay, so anyway, yeah, here's our hull. I've whipped the engines off because I'll probably do those tomorrow, but all I want to do is just get some D&H Caboose down the centre of the hull. All I've done, I've masked this up using just a yellow frog tape, and then just done the outer masking with just cheap old, you know, decorators painting tape, which is handy when you want low tack, but sometimes it has a mind of its own and it'll stick to everything but the model. But anyway, we'll see how we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be shooting the D&H Caboose, and I think I'm going to go again for roughly about another 50-50 mix using my wider trigger Tamiya, because I can just get a more uniform, even coat. Even working on small models, I use it. But what I'm going to do first, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Brian Costello. I'm not sure. Yeah, my memory's terrible. But if it was Brian, someone asked about latex work, latex masking, and that's the stuff I'm using at the moment. Just Hombrol Mascol. I'm not doing this A-wing. Well, I'm going to try to do it as accurately as I can, but there is some very minor chipping on the front mandibles, so I'll just put a bit of this on, and what I'll do, if I zoom in just a little wee bit, what I'll do is try and highlight some of the work we do with the Mascol. So this is really tricky with the camera here, but I'm using just a cocktail stick here. Okay, I'm not going to go too crazy because I want to keep this fairly fairly accurate if I can finish it off well enough. There's no point trying to make a right mess of it, just for the sake of doing it on camera. So I'll just do some light mascol work here. As I said, you can apply this. I think John Simmons, he uses one of those real nice fancy rubber paint brushes. But for smaller stuff, I just mess around with a cocktail stick like this. I mean, I use a cocktail stick on studio models as well. Just depends how much latex I'm putting on. Really, I mean, if you're doing like Slave 1, guys doing a Slave 1 at present, yeah, you're going to use an applicator that's much more suitable for the job. So okay, just some simple mascol there. I've just literally rubbed it on with the cocktail stick, some random scratches just at the front of those mandibles. And I'll get some paint in the brush and we'll see if we can pass some D&H Caboose red over this. Back in a mo. Right guys, we're all masked up, paint in the brush, latex cured. So I'll try and pass some of this D&H Caboose over. Let's just give me a bit of a... It's a bit thicker than what I wanted. Obviously it's behaving differently to the reefer white, but not unpleasant. Okay, let's give it a go. See how we do. Okay, that's just one light pass over now. So what I'll do, I'll just speed up the process a bit. Okay, remember guys, I'm doing this for the first time here, so bear with me, but let's get another pass on and see where this ends up. Okay. That's about all I'm going to put on it, to be honest. Because, excuse this infernal racket. Let's knock them off a minute. Right, because there are some real heavy mist patterns that go over the A-wing, and I was talking to Guy yesterday actually about the A-wing, talking about doing this just as a, you know, some kind of representation of the acrylics. Not on my, I did an ROTJ maquette, the concept maquette, and I used same red in enamel. But I misted it with grime. Guy suggested yesterday using some of the greys, like the light reefer greys, and I think dark reefer grey even, and also maybe SP lettering grey. So yeah, I'm going to have a little fiddle around with those as well, actually. Yeah, as I said, you've got the red now. That's about as far as I'd take that red. You know, I wouldn't take it any further than that. I'm not sure even if in some places it might be still a bit heavy. You know, it's a very tricky red to put on this. But what I'll do, I'll demask it, and we'll take a look at it in contrast to what is just the stark reefer white base colour. Right guys, all demasked, and yeah, it's not too bad. I've got a little bit of bleed here and there. It's real tricky getting the tape to lay down, always real firm over where Bandai have moulded in some kit parts. But honestly, yeah, that's fine. And the red, I'm really happy with that. That's really great. You're seeing it pretty blunt there. But what we'll do, you know, over the course of the paint job is we'll just we'll be misting that, and that again will be new ground for me, because I've not misted as such with this paint as yet. So yeah, that'll be new for me, something new to learn about this paint. But I think it might be about ready, and we'll try and remove some of the latex. I was saying to Guy yesterday in regards to latex and this paint, sometimes it locks the latex down pretty good. So and I didn't mean that as a bad point. I meant it actually as a really good point, because the paint's doing what I want it to. It's really adhering, and honestly, I was really impressed with the adhesion of this acrylic. It was enamel territory, really, for robustness for me. I've found so far, you know, I haven't found any there we go, there's a little bit of just latex work there. Okay, and then the top mandibles. All I'm doing here is I'm using just a little piece of blue, or white tack this is, but white tack or blue tack, that's all I use for removing latex. If you're removing real larger portions of it, a latex glove is a great thing to wear. Just put a latex glove on and rub away and have at it, and it'll all come away. Okay, there we go, there's the top. Just a little bit of finer latex work just for some basic chipping. But what I'll do also, I'll do some topical work on this as well, because the studio props covered in topical application. But yeah, there you go guys, that is again about a 50-50 mix of D&H Caboose red over the Bandai A wing, and this is still pretty, you know, stark reefer white. But over this, I'll be using light grime, and we'll age this in. We'll get that A-wing hue a lot closer. But what I'll do tomorrow, I'll upload this one now, so you guys can have a look now. I mean, there's the underside. But what I'll do is tomorrow I'll get the engines in D&H Caboose and get the rest of the panels done, because I think there's another D&H Caboose panel under here. There's maybe one there, and then there's some rust panels as well. But I'll take you through all those. We'll go through them together, and I'll be using a lot of these colours for the first time, just having a fiddle around with this. But yeah, let's see where it goes. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.